Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. As promised, every single day this month, we are going to be covering a different CNFT project, really to boost awareness from what, in my opinion, is a very undervalued space. NFTs built on top of Cardano. So if you guys can do me a favor and like this video, comment, it helps sort of boost me up in the algorithm, and also share this video. Not only does it help me and my channel out, but it will also help the CNFT community out by boosting awareness. Today we're going to be getting into the Ape Society. And I've got to say, this is an amazing learning experience for myself, because the more I research CNFTs, the vast majority of people right now in the CNFT space probably don't know a lot of the information that I'm bringing up in these videos. There is a whole, what you may see is just a picture of, for example, an ape, but there's a whole backstory and framework and infrastructure built upon, or around, I should say, these NFTs. And I've got to admit, having looked into this project, I've decided to buy one and may look to buy more into the future. I'm a convert, if you will, to the Ape Society. Very impressive project, and we're going to get into all that in this video. Also go over a number of things in regards to it, because there's a lot of exciting things that these guys bring to the table. So as always, I've got my notes comprised. I may publish all my notes on these CNFTs, whether I do that in the form of a Twitter thread or whether I do it on some sort of another medium. We will see. But I've done extensive research into all these projects, and I'm giving you my kind of breakdown within the notes, which is what I'll be reading from. You will not find this literature anywhere, as it is stuff I've comprised myself, all helping me in my learning experience and hopefully you guys. So let's get into the Ape Society, which is a Cardano CNFT. The Ape Society is a collection of 7,000 of the most insane and artistically pleasing NFTs I've ever laid my eyes on. Each and every one has a unique design that's generated from a set of traits. Some of the attributes you can expect to see range from weapons, awesome hats, and some seriously crazy facial hair, which I've got a little bit going on myself at the moment, given the fact that the market's been here, there, and everywhere, and I've been extremely busy and very tied to the computer. Anyway, straight off the bat, you have got to appreciate the artwork in this collection and the amount of detail and sheer effort that has clearly gone into it. Creatively speaking, the Ape Society is on a level of their own and a true asset to the Cardano blockchain, hitting the balance perfectly between the perks of an art-based project and a community-based DAO system. So they're a DAO. These guys have got my attention loud and clear, and you best believe we'll be covering these guys for a long time to come. Before we get into the juicy details of this project, let's hop over to OpenCNFT and take a look at some of the stats. So they're 7th in terms of volume over all time. This is a project that's done very well. Floor price is currently 397.8. I think you can actually pick one up for cheaper on here, just about. I think these will all be craftsmen, I believe. We're going to get into the classes. Like I say, this is a project that literally hurt my head looking into. The floor at one point was 1,000 ADA. So I picked mine up now. You guys do whatever it is you want to do. You can go ahead and buy it on jpg.store. This is not financial advice. Remember, NFTs, certainly CNFTs, is crypto's risky. Your NFTs are more risky and more speculative, in my opinion. Certainly if you don't know what you're doing, but hopefully these videos are, adding a tool to your arsenal when you're looking to invest. Some of them have gone for absolutely crazy money. This is a tweet from Bella CNFT. This at Ape Society sold for 100,000 ADA, and it is certainly a cool one, if I do say so myself. We're going to be getting into partnerships and everything within this video. You can see some of the artwork here, and of course, we'll check some of them out as we go through. So the ape, the myth, the legend is what I've titled this next section. As the story goes, the Ape Society was created one day by a young ape who sought change from the old ways and wished to move away from a life ruled by greed. So this is a bit of a backstory to it. Fear and uncertainty. Isn't that, we've got some sort of crypto trivia in there. And before we go any further, it's worth mentioning that without getting just too profound for a Thursday evening, that it's not a completely alien concept to yearn for growth, change, and community with With nameless apes merely identifying by numbers, the young ape decided one day to give himself a name. This young ape became of age, grew a following, and eventually created the Ape Society. So this is a backstory to the sort of backstory behind the Ape Society. He then proceeded to split his following into 7 classes. This is where it gets interesting, guys. Nobles, royal advisor, military officers, merchants, explorers, artists, and craftsmen. Craftsmen, of course, being the most common, and you get the sort of rarities up. And these roles will essentially, or these classes will essentially factor into just the token distribution rewards and everything. You know, there's a lot going on. They all have their own special abilities and stuff, which is super cool. For somebody like a geek like myself. Each different class had a unique and integral role in helping society to survive and grow. With time, these 7 classes were grouped into 35 families, even more interesting. And these families will be coming soon, so keep your ear to the ground for any information via the Ape Society website, Twitter, and Discord. So I assume that these families potentially will compete. That's not official. I'm just, sort of speculating on why there would be the families. So interesting. So you have cabins associated with these. For those of you who yearn for that quiet cabin life, you're in for a treat with a preview coming sometime this month. So keep your eyes peeled. Let's get into the cabin aspect of the Ape Society. The cabins are 3D, high-resolution, customizable rooms with functionality similar to what you're looking at behind us, but they'll be 3D, of course. And any lucky existing apes will be whitelisted for a cabin plot within the society. You'll be able to purchase and upgrade frames using the society token and even add utility and aesthetic designs by buying tables, chairs, floors, billiard tables, gramophones, and more. Because let's face it, no one likes a basic cabin, which is true. You can even go as far as advertising your brand or something you are a part of through your humble abode. A little bit of self-promotion never hurt anybody. If I do say so myself, I'll certainly be advertising my channel on there via the cabin. As an ape holder, I will be whitelisted and looking to, of course, get a cabin, mint a cabin, and sort of customize it. There is a token associated with the Ape Society. This is a kind of breakdown of it. There is a preview coming early this month, which I'm super excited about. So the Tokenomics Society is a utility token that is ultimately the root of the society. Just like any society, currency plays a huge role. With a total supply of 7 million. Delisted holders, so if you list your ape, you actually won't receive the token drop, will receive 2 token airdrops, and staked apes will gain daily emissions depending on the rarity. Society token can be saved and redeemed for an in-gallery improvement, merchandise as a form of exchange, and future benefits as the society grows. As Edward Council once said, gold gathers more than a shovel, which is a little bit of a poet that I thought I'd throw in the a phrase from, or a coin, or a term coined from. So let's get into the classes and their perks. This is a kind of visual representation of the individual classes. You can find this. You can find all this on the Apes Twitter page, by the way, guys. So I got them up here. Yeah. So the Twitter is @the_apes_society. So let's get into the first one, which is the kings. So the kings are the leaders of each of the 35 families, and in true royal fashion, the perks are pretty good too. Kings can expect access to the round table, which is an exclusive gathering of kings with a direct connection to the elusive Ape Force One, which is, like I say, this project's got so much going on. When people buy CNFTs, oftentimes they haven't done sort of the due diligence and everything surrounding them, which is what we're doing with these videos, boosting awareness, and hopefully getting you excited for a space that I'm certainly very excited about. They will also receive perks of their class. In addition to 1% of all rewards of their respective families. It's great to be king, isn't it? Now you have nobles. So kings would be at the top here. It's not actually shown on here, but kings is one. You then have nobles. The nobles have always led the ape society, and all direct descendants of the young ape who changed things for the better. Nobles receive a large starting cabin upgrade compared to the other classes, with a few special assets built exclusively for them. Nobles also receive rewards when staking their ape, with a base multiplier of 7x. So I will show you, if you want to find out what your ape is, go on the likes of JPG Store, click on an ape. Under here, you can see, for example, this is a craftsman, which of course is the most common, but we'll talk a little bit about that in just a second once I've got through this. It is super, I find this stuff very interesting. Let me know in the comments if you do. The royal advisors, which is under the nobles, the royal advisors have always had the ear of the governing parties. Royal advisors can use their position of power to provide internships and opportunities for other apes. Holding a royal advisor will boost staking rewards for all other held apes by 1.2x. Royal advisors also receive rewards when staking their ape, with a base multiplier of 2.35%. So there's perks to owning a different tier, if you will, of ape, which I find unbelievably interesting. So we've got the royal advisors, now we've got the military officers. Military officers, known as the most strategic and advanced group in all of the world. The officers have maintained peace and stability for the citizens. Military officers claim distant lands and have chances to receive free items and loot on their journeys. Military officers also receive rewards when staking their ape, with a base multiplier of 1.7%. Then you've got the merchants. The merchants fulfill the essential need of commerce. Merchants receive 2% of revenue from non-frame items purchased and sold. The Ape Society market, giving them incentives to continue their magnificent work. Merchants also receive rewards when staking their apes, with a base multiplier of 1.45%. Then you've got the explorers. We will get through this, guys. It's just that, you know, I try and be as comprehensive as I can with these guides. Explorers. The explorer scratch the itch of the Ape Society to venture beyond their homeland. Given their nature of finding things first, explorers have their cost per frame reduced by 50%. Explorers also receive rewards when staking their apes, with a base multiplier of 1.35%. Then you've got the artists and then the craftsmen, and that's it. The artists bring entertainment to the Ape Society. For what good is work without any play? Artists receive one free frame in their cabin in honor of their contribution. In addition, artists receive extra weight in whitelist giveaways, competitions. Artists also receive rewards when staking their ape, with a base multiplier of 1.1%. And then last but not least, we've got the craftsmen, which actually are very important. And last but certainly not least, the craftsmen. The craftsmen are the fundamental building block of the Ape Society. Craftsmen are an able build non-frame items for the cabins, one at a time. These items include tables, seating, floor, walls, billiards, gramophones, storefronts, and more. Through their hard work, craftsmen can also earn society through selling their wares at the market. Craftsmen also receive rewards when staking their ape, with a base multiplier of 1%. So they get the low staking rewards, but they have lots of other benefits. So all of these different classes have benefits. You've got the team here, so you can go and follow a number of them on Twitter at the Real Cardamom, which I believe don't actually have any of them up. But if you type these Twitter handles in, at the Real Cardamom, at PONZIRATTI, and then you've got at MATTASA1M, or head along to their Discord at the Ape Society. So if you go to their Twitter, guys, a lot of the information will be there. They've got a quick announcement, and just before I love and leave you guys, it's definitely worth mentioning that Ape Society has just announced on their Twitter They will be partnering with Metadam, sorry. Sit tight and wait for more details to be released in time. And for now, they will be giving away 50 WL spots to their community. It just gets better and better. Well, that's it for me. And, you know, this is a project that I've certainly really enjoyed covering. This, of course, is the announcement from Metadam. It came out 2 days ago, I believe, or 1 day ago. Very, very interesting. Super, super interesting project. Remember, when you are buying one of these, definitely take a look at the crafts, what sort of a class they are, as each class has different kind of abilities. We'll see if we can find another one. I think the cheaper ones with the craftsman. You can see here, this one, again, a craftsman. Scroll down a bit, look for one that looks a little bit different. Craftsman again. We'll just quickly find one that's not a craftsman, and then I'll leave you to it. Craftsman again. Okay, we'll just click one of these. This guy right here is a merchant. So you can see that you do have all different ones. This guy's an artist, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to love and leave you on that note, guys. If you've enjoyed this content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment. That's the Ape Society. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed looking into this project, and I'll catch you all in the next YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys.